I was halfway through reviewing quarterly reports when my phone rang. Coastal Properties Realty, according to the caller ID. I didn't recognize the number, but I answered anyway. Ms. Reese Cooper? This is Linda Martinez from Coastal Properties. I'm calling about the beach house at 2847 Sandpiper Lane. Your father Robert Cooper contacted us about listing the property. I set down my pen very carefully. I'm sorry, what? Your father scheduled a walkthrough for tomorrow afternoon. He said it's a family property that you all want to sell. I'm calling to coordinate timing. We'd love to have all family members present for the initial consultation. There won't be a consultation, I said, my voice measured. That property isn't for sale. Oh, I'm sorry, I must have misunderstood. Your father was quite clear that the family had decided. My father doesn't own that property. I do. Fully. And I never authorized any sale. There was a pause on the other end. I see. Mr. Cooper seemed very certain. He signed our listing agreement this morning. He signed an agreement to sell a house he doesn't own. I'd suggest you verify ownership before proceeding further. The property records are public. Of course. I apologize for the confusion. I'll contact Mr. Cooper immediately. After she hung up, I pulled up the property records on my computer. There it was, 2847 Sandpiper Lane, Ocean Vista, California. Owner, Reese Elizabeth Cooper. Purchase date, March 2020. Clear title, no liens, no co-owners. My beach house. The one I'd saved for 8 years to buy. The one I'd renovated myself, spending weekends painting and updating fixtures. The one my family called the family vacation home, despite never contributing a single dollar. I called my property lawyer. James, I need you to send a cease and desist to Coastal Properties Realty. My father just tried to list my beach house for sale. Your father doesn't have ownership stake, does he? None whatsoever. Never has. But apparently that didn't stop him from signing a listing agreement. I'll draft something immediately. And Reese? You might want to record a homestead declaration just to make the ownership absolutely ironclad and public record. It'll prevent any future confusion. Do it. Whatever protects the property. After I hung up, I sat staring at my computer screen. The beach house had been a point of contention for 3 years, ever since my parents discovered I'd bought it. They'd always assumed that when Grandma Pearl died and left me money, I'd share it equally with my siblings. Instead, I'd used my inheritance plus my own savings to purchase property in my name only. But it's a family beach house, my mother had protested when she first saw it. We'll all use it together, right? You're welcome to visit when I'm there, I'd said. But it's my house. My investment. They'd acted like I'd agreed to their vision. Rotating weekend schedules, family holidays, my siblings bringing friends without asking. I'd tried to establish boundaries, but they ignored them. My brother Kyle had given keys to 3 different friends. My sister Morgan had hosted her bachelorette party there without telling me, leaving wine stains on my new couch. And now Dad was trying to sell it. My phone buzzed with a text from my mother. The realtor called your father very upset. What did you tell her? We're trying to do something good for the whole family. I called her directly. Mom, you can't sell my house. It's not just your house, Reese. Grandma Pearl would have wanted all her grandchildren to benefit. Grandma Pearl left the money specifically to me. She wrote a letter explaining that I was the only grandchild who'd visited her regularly, who'd helped with her medical appointments, who'd actually cared. That's why I got the inheritance. That money should have been shared, Mom insisted. It was Grandma's money. She chose how to distribute it. And I chose to invest it in property. My property. But we've all been using the beach house. Without my permission most of the time. Mom, Kyle gave keys to people I've never met. Morgan threw a party that caused $2,000 in damages. I've been trying to establish boundaries for 3 years, and you've all ignored them. Because it's family property, Mom said, as if saying it enough times would make it true. It's not. It's my property. Only my name is on the deed. Only I pay the mortgage, insurance, property taxes, and maintenance. That makes it mine. Your father already signed the listing agreement. He signed an agreement to sell property he doesn't own. That's not legally binding. I've already contacted my lawyer. You're bringing lawyers into this? Mom's voice rose. Over a family misunderstanding? Dad tried to sell my house without my permission. That's not a misunderstanding. That's fraud. How dare you accuse your father? I'm stating facts. He doesn't own the property. He can't legally sell it. The end. I hung up before she could respond. The next afternoon I drove to the beach house. It was 3 hours from my apartment in the city, a drive I usually loved. Today I was too angry to enjoy the scenery. When I arrived, my father's car was in the driveway. And another car I didn't recognize, presumably the realtor who hadn't gotten my message about canceling. I found them inside. Dad, the realtor Linda Martinez, and my brother Kyle. They were walking through the living room, Linda taking notes on her tablet. The open floor plan is excellent, Linda was saying. Very desirable for buyers. We should highlight the ocean views, the updated kitchen. There won't be any highlighting, I said from the doorway. Because there won't be a sale. Dad turned, his expression shifting from surprise to irritation. Reese, I thought you were working today. I was. Then I got a call about someone trying to sell my house. I looked at Linda. Did you verify ownership like I suggested? Her face flushed. Your father showed me documents. What documents? Dad pulled out a folder. The original purchase documents from when your grandmother left you the money. It shows this house was bought with family inheritance. It shows I used my inheritance to buy property, I corrected. In my name only. Did you show her the deed, Dad? The one that lists me as the sole owner. The house is family property, Dad insisted. Your grandmother's money was left to me, not to the family, to me specifically, and I used it to purchase this property, solely in my name. I turned to Linda. I'm the legal owner. Did my father show you the current deed? He said it was in family trust, Linda said weakly. There is no family trust. This is fee simple ownership under my name alone. You can verify that with the county recorder's office. Kyle stepped forward. Come on, Reese. Don't be like this. We're trying to make smart financial decisions. The market's strong right now. And when the market wasn't strong when I bought this place during the pandemic at a great price, where were you? Were you offering to help with the down payment? With renovations? With any of the costs? We didn't know you were buying it, Kyle protested. I told everyone. You all said it was a waste of money, that I should invest in stocks instead. Then after I'd bought it, renovated it, made it beautiful, suddenly it's family property. You've kept it from us, Dad said. Restricted access made us feel unwelcome. I've tried to set boundaries and you ignored all of them, I said. Kyle, you gave your girlfriend's brother a key. He threw a party here. Morgan used the house for her bachelorette weekend and left it a mess. And now you're trying to sell my house without asking me. We need the money, Dad said. Your mother and I want a nicer retirement place. So you decided to sell my property to pay for it? It was bought with your grandmother's money, Dad repeated. Money that should have been shared with all the grandkids. But it wasn't, I said. Grandma Pearl made her choice. She left it to me because I visited her, helped her, cared for her. You didn't. Kyle didn't. Morgan didn't. Dad flushed. We were busy. Exactly. I made time. Grandma noticed. Linda, the realtor, shifted. Maybe I should go. It's a legal issue now, I said. Please update your records that this house is not for sale. Of course, she said quickly and left. I turned back to my father and brother. This stops now. No more acting like this is family property. No more keys. No more showing up unannounced. This is my house. You're being selfish, Kyle snapped. I'm being clear. That's different. What should we tell Mom? Dad asked. She already picked a retirement home based on the sale. Tell her the truth. This isn't your asset. It never was. You planned your future with money you don't own. Dad scowled. After everything we did for you, raising you, paying for college. I'm grateful. But that doesn't give you the right to take my property. Being my parents doesn't mean you own my things. Kyle sighed heavily. You're going to destroy this family. No, I said. Trying to sell my house behind my back is what destroyed trust. I'm just refusing to let it happen again. They left angry, muttering about fairness, lawyers, and family loyalty. I stayed and changed the locks, added cameras, and installed a security system. My phone lit up nonstop. Mom, how could you embarrass your father like that? Morgan, You're tearing this family apart over a house. Kyle, hope your property is worth losing us. I ignored them. I called my lawyer James. I want everything recorded clearly. No one else has a claim. You're the sole owner, he said. But I'll add declarations to make it even clearer. 2 days later, the new documents were official. My ownership was undeniable. Then Dad called from a blocked number. The realtor says she won't work with us anymore. You filed extra documents. She verified I own the house. She doesn't want to get sued. We're contesting this, he said. You lied to us. You promised. I never promised anything. Grandma's will is valid. Probate is complete. You have no case. You've changed, Dad spat. Money made you cruel. No. Money made me protect my boundaries, I said. You mistook my kindness for permission. He hung up. 3 weeks later, a lawyer's letter arrived. My parents were trying to claim I'd promised to share the property. James laughed. No proof. This is nothing. We responded legally and the issue disappeared. But the family didn't. They simply froze me out. Thanksgiving invitations went to everyone but me. Christmas cards skipped my mailbox. My cousin's wedding lost my invitation. I spent Thanksgiving at the beach house with friends. Good food, quiet waves, peace. On Christmas Eve, Morgan called. Are you really letting this house ruin our family? I didn't try to sell something that wasn't mine, I said. I didn't cross boundaries. That was you. All of you. And for once I didn't feel guilty saying it. We just thought. He thought wrong. And instead of apologizing and respecting my ownership, you're all angry that I won't let you sell my asset. Mom's crying every day about this. Then maybe she should stop trying to take what isn't hers. Morgan hung up without saying goodbye. A year passed. The beach house remained mine, properly secured and clearly titled. I rented it out occasionally through a property management company when I wasn't using it. The income covered the mortgage and then some. My family slowly began reaching out again. Tentative texts, awkward phone calls, careful invitations that acknowledged the boundaries I'd set. Kyle apologized for giving out keys. Morgan admitted she should have asked before using the house for her party. Dad never apologized. But he stopped trying to sell my property, which was its own form of acceptance. I didn't need them to understand why Grandma Pearl left me the money. I didn't need them to approve of how I'd used it. The property records spoke clearly enough. Sole owner, clear title, no claims. Sometimes the best family heirloom isn't something you inherit. Something you build and protect yourself. The beach house was mine. The deed said so. And finally, everyone else accepted it too.